Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today I have my October kit share, which I can hardly believe it's October. I know that 2020 is absolutely flying by for a lot of us, but hopefully you guys are hanging in there and checking out all of the wonderful participants for How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of October. They'll all be linked down below. And as we head into spooky season here in the United States, I expect a lot of fall and autumnal and Halloween themed kits, but mine is a bit different. I recently found this paper while searching through my paper stash and was really inspired to use it as a base for a kit. And I've done some older videos about kit making before and how I go about doing it, whether it be with loose papers, with paper pads, whatever it might be. But I built out a huge kit for October. I anticipate a ton of layouts getting done, whether it be in some of my traveler's notebook projects or my 6x8 albums or my cruise album or my regular 12x12s. I have a lot going on and a lot of different topics I want to scrapbook about. So I like to make more generic kits that are based off of a color scheme that I can use with several types of themes. And this beautiful paper inspired me. Now, some of you might remember this paper. It's from an old Dear Lizzie collection, I believe the Daydreamer collection, and I had the paper pad at one point. This is one of the very few papers left from it that I have in my stash. It was just sitting in my multicolored shelf on my wonderful paper rack, and I just had to pull out and make a color scheme with it because I adore it. I will see maybe if this will be the first layout I make with it. I'm not sure because I have a ton of other options. So for this one, I tried to challenge myself to use loose papers, which I hardly ever use, and then also mix in some paper pad papers because I love a lot of variety. So to get started, I'll just put these out in a fun fan sort of way. I pulled out this one. This is from the Pebbles Girl Squad collection. It's called Happy Day. Honestly, I could use either side, but I thought I'd most likely use the bicycles. I think it's just a really cute icon piece to have. Next up, I pulled out, and these aren't in a really particular order other than this is how I had them laid out for a photo earlier. I picked out 2 sheets of this Creative Memories paper, just a pink texture. It almost looks like woven fabric or something of the sorts, but maybe a double pager with that, but 2 pages of it. And it's a relatively thin paper, so we'll see how that goes. Next up is a yellow sort of geometric print, which is from Maggie Holmes Bloom. Here's another loose paper. This is the Canvas Crop Blue and Ivory Mini Dot Reverse. And this is from 2016, so oldies but goodies. We have a lot of mixes of different brands and different years. Next up is a paper from a paper pad. This beautiful butterfly one is from the Boutique Market paper pad from Craftsmith. Then I have this one, which is from Jen Hadfield, just some reds and pinks. And again, all of these were pulled based off of this original sheet. And the reason I'm going so fast is because I have so many papers to share with you guys. This one is a mystery paper. It was sent to me in a pass along box, but I really, really like it and have been really wanting to use it. So some additional blues in here. Next, we're moving on to another repeat paper pad. This time I'm pulling again from the Boutique Market, and that's because I found an exact purple match in this collection. So this purple matched this purple, so I had to grab it and pull it in several times. I pull out almost all of the patterns in that paper pad for it. Next up's another one from Jen Hadfield's Everyday collection. I thought this one would work well for a cruise page, and hopefully you guys are excited to see me scrapbook some of the topics I talked about earlier. But if you have preferences, please leave them down below. If you want to see cruise, if you want to see Disney, if you want to see everyday. I got cats, I got dogs, I've got 6x8 albums, I've got traveler's notebook albums. I'd love to know what you guys like to see. Next up, another one. This is just a multicolored dot from the Boutique Market paper pad, which again, I have been neglecting, so I'm pulling quite a few from it. Then we have a loose paper. This is the Pink Fresh Studio Boys Fort, and this one's called Wowzers. I thought this was a nice, unique texture, and again, bringing in grays from this color scheme. And there's a particular reason that I love to start with multicolored papers. It's just, it settles a color scheme for you, and you can take this so many different directions with, you know, pink and blue, or you could do multicolored, or you could do purple and blue and just keep it simple, or go a little bit more fun and frivolous with all of the colors. Next up, I have this one. This is from the travel collection from Recollections paper pad. Had that in my stash for a while, and it's a little bit awkward because you might be able to tell this has this weird like light pink shade separating the stripes, but in between all these tiny like darker version colors, there's a white line. So I pulled in cream-based and white-based papers simply because I kind of have the need for it because I have so many different types of just different directions I want to take these color schemes. So some are cream-based, some are white-based, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it work all October long. Next up is one of those collections that has cream and white in it, and that is Maggie Holmes Bloom yet again. It's been a while since I've played with that paper pad, so ripping a few sheets out of it felt pretty good. And this one kind of introduces a bit more green into the color scheme, which I think will end up happening a lot because it's not evident in the main paper, but it is evident in quite a few of the other ones. Next is another single sheet. This is from the Bella Rouge collection from Pink Paisley, which is from 2014. This is called Gorgeous. I'm not sure if I'll use this side or this side, but either one, I love both of them. I've had this from, I think, a local scrapbook store for quite some time. And like I said, I don't work with individual papers very often, but I think they're quite beautiful. So I might as well start putting them to good use. Here's that beautiful purple again from the Boutique Market. It's hard to tell, but there's also a watercolor in the background, but gold dot on that background. Beautiful purple shade match to the original. Another Jen Hadfield. This is from the Everyday collection, just sort of like a splotchy black dot on a light teal background. So we're definitely getting a variety of sizes of patterns as well as a variety of actual types of patterns. So hopefully you guys will love this inspiration or be able to find something similar in your stash. Now I think we're going to have to start another line because we are getting a little bit full on the top edge there. But I pulled in this yellow pattern, which is a slightly brighter version. It almost matches this thinner line a little bit more. And this is from the Honey Deer collection from DCWV. So I'm going to actually stack them kind of intertwined now onto a second layer. Then I have this gray scallop diagonal, which is from the Conservatory paper pad by Craftsmith. And yes, I do own a lot of paper pads, a lot more than I do single sheets, so that's why I often work with paper pads. And if you guys are in the same boat, I'd love to know what you have in your stash. Next up is a pink ombre, and this is from a mini album collection, sort of like it was a kit in a 12 by 12 format. You're supposed to make a mini album out of it. I just used the papers that came in it, and this is just a nice ombre. I really like ombres. They provide me a tropical feel. I'm not sure if that's just a me thing or not, though. Another one from Boutique Market, just an interesting floral. And what's fun is I definitely mixed a variety of types of illustrations within this kit, and I think that's always super fun to work with. It's just something a little bit different. So these florals, even though they're from the same collection, have a slightly different illustration style. And you'll see I have more papers. Yes, I have more papers. We have another one from Maggie Holmes Bloom. Just this fun, like, I don't know, I'd probably use it this way. I don't know, I struggle with these types of papers, but I thought a fun challenge nonetheless. Little pops of blue that match the color scheme we're going for. Then I have another one from, you guessed it, Boutique Market. Nice purple match. Again, guys, if you see the purple, you got to go for it because it's hard to find purple matches in the scrapbooking community. And then I have this random wild card. This is from the DCWV green stack, but it's got the red. It's got a blue that's similar. This one's a little bit more dusty than this one, but I mean, it could work. And again, different illustration styles are super okay to mix together. I think it provides a super fun kit that way. Back to the travel paper pad from Craftsmith, this travel log paper, which has a slight pink tint to it, I thought would be fun for, again, my cruise album or my other cruise album or my Disney album. Lots of options. And then the last 12 by 12 cardstock paper I have is this one. I really love gray, as some of you guys already know. Gray and yellow is a really, really beautiful color scheme, and I pulled out this one from the same as this yellow. So this is from the Honey Deer DCWV paper pad. And this one's definitely the most wild card, I think, out of the bunch. But, of course, I wanted to go a little bit outside my comfort zone, and 21 papers wasn't enough. Yes, apparently wasn't enough. I also wanted to pull in this guy here. It's actually backwards. And this is the label. The Basil Roselle Stripe. Just acetate. I think it's considered acetate because it's plastic. It's not vellum, but it's in its protective sheeting. So I do apologize for the glare that's coming with it. But let me turn this one side over. Now some of these papers do have double sides. You know, this one's obviously clear, so it has a single side, but that's the nice bright pink stripe. And although some of them have double sides, a majority of the double sides do not actually coordinate with my kit. Some do, but we'll see. This is most likely the sides you'll be seeing featured throughout the month of October. I know it's not fall, it's not anything of the sorts relating to fall, but hopefully you guys can still enjoy this color scheme. And again, I like a lot of paper options. You don't have to make kits this big to make yourself go through a month, but I do create 15 to 20 layouts a month probably is usually my average. So let's jump into the products that'll go with this. I thought it'd be fun to try to challenge myself to use a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. This one is untouched, and this is Echo Park Sweet Day. And I believe I picked this up on a clearance sale, but I would love to use some of these alphabets. Maybe this border, just a few stickers would be a good success on this one. And this is from 2012, but I've only had it for a few years. But again, untouched, definitely needs to be used. So we'll set this one over here. But since there's a bit of glare from the light, I will put a stack of washi under it so it helps defer some of that light elsewhere and not into the lens of the camera. Then, as I had such a big success last month with my stamp set, I decided to pull in 2 brand new stamp sets that just need more love. These ones were both, I believe, part of my birthday gift. So I have this beautiful Hero Art Stamp and Cut clear stamp with matching dies set. Just a cute little butterfly, could be fun. Maybe just some cards, but I'd like to use it this month nonetheless. And then this Teresa Collins one called Capture Life, which I thought would be perfect for any of the pocket pages I do for my 6x8 album I'm going to be working on, and just, you know, a camera, the tabs, just great stuff. Some that are like roller date stamps. It'll be really, really nice. 5-star reviews for my food maybe. We'll have to see where these take us, but I am really excited to try out those stamps that I've never inked before. As for 6x6 papers, you guys know I am a 6x6 fiend. I pulled in 3. Again, I like a lot of options and I like a lot of colorways when I work with the kit. So I did pull in the Yours Truly paper pad from Pebbles. Now this is a Valentine's paper pad from 2013, but it has from the original paper reds, pinks, and blues. And it's just got, you know, simple patterns that I'll be able to use as borders, maybe accents we'll end up seeing when I scrapbook about. Then we have the Carousel paper pad from Maggie Holmes, the 6x8. I thought the teals in this were pretty great. And then again, just some whimsical stuff for hopefully some Disney layouts, which I would love to work on this month. And we'll see where it takes us. I believe this one is from Paige Evans, but it just stays in the 6x8 because it got sent to me as a prize, and I don't know what to do with single 6x8 papers, so hopefully I'll use that one as well. And lastly, if you have purple, you got to pull it out. This is the Kathy Davis Journeys 6x6 paper pad. Now it is falling apart, so I'm not going to flip through it, but you can see a lot of the patterns on the outside. Purples and blues galore. So hopefully we can make a dent in that as well. Lots of options. We're not seeing a lot of empties right now, but I promise we'll get into it with the embellishments, which are next. So I do have this loose bin, this little Birchbox top, full of embellishments that I pulled out from my embellishment binders. So I have all of my die cuts in binders in the magnetic photo sleeves, which I've showed in videos before, but I get a lot of questions about. So I pulled them out based off of the color scheme, not much else. So I have some travel, some food, some cat related, everything's in here, and it's maybe 30 die cuts max. I think it's closer to like 20 than anything, but lots of options, and hopefully get to use some of these with my kit. And then to the other types of embellishments I've included, I've got a variety. So I'll start with this one. This is something new that's in my stash that I hauled a little bit ago. These are the Allie Edwards story cards from Technique Tuesday, and they're in a nice gray tone, and they say all sorts of things at the top. So essentially just journaling cards with titles that read life, food, remember, routine, memory, love, observations, overheard, moment, gratitude, etc., etc. Lots in here. Just got these, let's see, did I unbox this in July for my patrons, or I can't remember, but nonetheless, I'm really excited to use some of these for journaling in my pocket pages or just on my 12x12 layouts. I pulled in this set of loose flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. The flare is covering it up, but I really like these colors. Again, there's a purple in here, we've got blue and grays and pink. The green's a little bit off, but we have a couple patterns that could help us with that, and I'd love to use these up this month. I think that'd be really fun, and I'd like to use more of these so I can buy more when Christmas comes around. So I'd like to use up some of these flare pieces, and as always, I'll try to have all of the products and stores that I've mentioned linked down below so you guys can continue to support the crafting industry as you wish. I have this really old sheet of Me and My Big Ideas Puffy Stickers. There's purple ones on here. There's also some red and blues that might work. I would just like to use some more of these up because they're kind of fragile. They pop off easily. I'd rather use them rather than lose them. And back for another month, I have my famous butterflies from Michaels from who knows how long ago. So I thought the red ones actually matched really, really well. So hopefully I could use a bunch of these this month. And again, butterfly stamp, butterflies. It'll go together. It'll all come together, guys. Don't worry. I know some of you are worried. You don't have to worry. Next up is another Michaels product. They did this like Live, Laugh, Love, Create theme. And I have 2 sets of stickers in the same pack here, but they all are black, gray, and yellow, which again, lots of yellow in this kit. And yellow is one of my favorite colors to scrapbook with and accent with. So I pulled in these. Not sure if I'll use all of them. I find some of these phrases hard to use and there's more underneath the sticker here, but super excited to use up more of those because I've had them since college and it's about time we use those up. A random one, but I think it'll be fun to see if I can use it in other ways. This is the Snap Cat sticker set. So there's 4 4x6 sheets of stickers. Really, I loved the alphabet, but a lot of the cat stickers coordinate really well, so if I can get some kitty photos out that match this and start scrapbooking them, I'll be sure to use a ton of these. There is pops of orange in here, which I don't have throughout my entire collection kit that I put together, but pops of it here and there that I could coordinate with this fun sticker set. Just a random one, why not? The cats are always in a photo or two. I'm bringing these back for a encore, so I hopefully can use them all up. 4 left of these We Are Memory Keepers typecast labels. I just love having places to journal so I don't forget to add journaling. These are also a wild card. I don't think this color scheme matches a ton, but I really love the texture of these sort of leatherette cardstock stickers from the Let Your Heart Decide collection from Pink Fresh Studio. And there are 3 sheets, so there's 2 alphabets that come with it, which I think will be really nice to use because I haven't touched those. But we have phrase stickers, labels, and then all of the detailed ones you saw there on the front. So I'd love to use more of this up because it's definitely neglected for something that I think is so, so cute. Then we only have a couple more items left. I brought in a really oldie but a goodie, and that is a Deja Vu's, a Little Yellow Spicicle brand mini banner set. Do you guys remember Deja Vu's? Deja Vu's. It's really funny. It's a great name for a company, and I couldn't find a year on this, and I really wish I could, but 3 banners in here. Hopefully I could use one of them. These are probably from, I bought them at Michael's, so I don't know. I've probably had them for at least 5 years. I'm not sure how old they actually are though, but really, really cute nonetheless. And then the last item in my kit, which I rarely put into my kit, are washi tape strips. So these are the Jen Hadfield homemade collection washi strips. Here on the back you'll be able to see there are lots of neutrals, so gold, black, white, as well as pops of pink and these minty blue teal colors. So hopefully I can use some of these up. I find them really frustrating to work with, so I have since stopped buying them, but I'd like to use up some more of the ones in here. And there's this animal print that I might try to use with Animal Kingdom pages. We will have to see where the inspiration takes me. But I know that a ton of the papers are covered with all the embellishments that I've pulled out. But hopefully you guys are super duper excited to see me use this kit this month. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see me use out of these products or see me scrapbook in a certain size or a certain storyline, you know, cats, dogs, travel, whatever it might be, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Be sure to also check the description box down below, which will have several of these products listed that are still available, as well as all of the other participants that are going to be joining us for the month of October and scrapping along and giving you guys inspiration that you don't want to miss out on. And I'll also have the playlist linked down below in case you're watching this later in the month of October. Be sure to check out the playlist down below so you can get caught up on all of the videos that'll be coming for processes and anything related to this kit. But I'll also include additional resources on ways you can get educated and make sure you have a voting plan if you're here in the US as we get closer and closer to the times of the election. But thank you guys so much for watching my wonderful kit share. I hope you thought it was wonderful too. I'm super excited for this kit and I'm gonna go get crafting with it now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!